we are going to be awakening joy through this practice. I'm Vanessa Rudge from Being Yoga. This is a legitimate Taoist practice that I've added a modern spin to just because I'm a self-confessed over-emoji user. So it's an inner smile practice, and of course if you can bring an outer grin to your face, it's helpful as well, but it's really about sending a smile, and I imagine these emoji faces in bringing them into the body. So first of all, bringing your awareness down, you could go hands onto the belly and starting to imagine one of those yellow-faced emojis in your belly, and as you breathe down into your belly, you can let that emoji be however excited and joyful as you like, or maybe just a sneaky grin. You start with whatever feels right for you, and then you can hopefully expand that joy. Breathing into the organs and imagining that smiley face there, and just letting that experience of the inner smile start to spread through the organs. So traditionally it's done and into the organs and definitely into various parts of the body. So as this smile, this feeling of the smile starts to spread through your belly, you can imagine all of the organs taking in this energy, the ease of the smile, the relaxed quality, and it's actually an immune building practice. Then you can bring your hands up into the heart and start to place an emoji there in the heart. Again, choosing one of those wild, excited faces of the emoji, or just a subtle grin, something that feels authentic to you. And we'll take the circle of joy. Again, just this sparking joy within us. As you inhale, interlace the fingers and lift the elbows high. And with your exhale, press the palms away and rounding through the back, maybe imagining that emoji at the back of the heart now. Inhale to stretch the arms all the way up and reaching up. And exhaling to interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. Now imagining this emoji at the front of the chest and smiling with glee. And then exhaling, bringing the hands back around into Namaste. And going again, inhale to interlace the fingers and lift the elbows high. And with your exhale, pressing the palms away and just sparking this joy within you. Inhale and stretching up. And as you exhale, move over to the right side. So I'm mirroring you and leaning over to the right. Take an inhale and grow long through this left side body. And as you exhale, maybe sinking in a little deeper. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, twist off to the left side. So have the left hand behind you and again extend tall through the spine, creating space for this joy. Maybe space and imagining that emoji in the spine itself, maybe in each and every vertebrae. Again, I'm an over user, I confess. And then looking forward, and you can stretch this left arm up and crossing the arms over. So this is Garuda arms. If the elbows don't meet, it's fine, just hold the hands. But if you can, crossing the elbows over and working with the breath. Inhale to lift the elbows high, and exhale, elbows into navel. So focusing in on the place where you're feeling a stretch in between the shoulder blades, and how can you get, you're creating space for a smile, for some joy too. And maybe joy is too far for you. Maybe it is just that feeling of smiling, or let's release the hands now and hold on to the elbows above your head. So if you're feeling good, then maybe you could go to the other end of the spectrum. Maybe it's just release the hands around behind you, interlacing the fingers and lifting the chest. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back around into Namaste. So we have this scale from maybe it's just content or an ease, all the way through happiness, joy, excitement. And so choosing anything along the spectrum that works for you. But again, just cracking this smile on your physical face actually changes our physiology. It changes our body chemistry. So let's go and do the other side. Inhale and interlacing the fingers, lift the elbows high. As you exhale, press the palms away and rounding through the back. Inhale to reach up. And exhale over to the left side. So left hand down and pausing here for an extra breath. And maybe bringing a smile, an emoji into these right ribs as they open up like gills. I'm like a cat on a scratchy pole, just so much joy here when I side bend. Inhale to reach up, but maybe it's twisting for you, exhaling and twisting yourself around, and again creating this space for, perhaps it's just ease, but if you can, just slide the scale up a little further as you twist around. And then releasing this right arm around and crossing over and interlacing or hooking over the elbows, pulsing 3 times with the breath. Inhale to lift and exhaling, elbows to navel. So maybe there's a awakening of simply creating space and possibilities for ease as opposed to tension and tightness, contentment. And then inhaling and coming up, release and hold on to the elbows as you take the arms up and over. And then interlacing behind the back of the body, reach the knuckles back, and then just take the hands onto the floor behind you here so you can get that sense of leaning back and really opening out. So Marie Kondo has done so much for this concept of just sparking joy. What shapes for you spark joy? Is it back bends, forward bends, twists, whatever it is? See if you can take these shapes more often. And then let's come back and into Namaste. Then just release the hands down and already taking stock and feeling the difference through the body. Maybe through the heart space, again that emoji, that smile in the belly, all the organs receiving the goodness of a smile, a cheeky grin. And feeling that space and calmness that you've created. And let's take a few more movements. So if you're sitting on something, maybe popping it off to the side, and let's have the right leg straight and the left leg bent. If you do have tight hamstrings, you could have this knee bent, or you could be sitting on your cushion again. So we will forward fold here. And so sometimes forward bends, depends what sparks joy for you. So maybe forward bends actually make you cranky or are stimulating even more contraction. So can you allow that to soften and just start to bring that emoji? So imagine that cheeky yellow grin in your hamstrings here as you start to fold yourself forward, and breath by breath moving yourself in. Take care to not round through the back, but rather keep a sense of lengthening through the spine, like you're trying to get your chest to the thigh and then the face onto the shin rather than head to the knee, and folding yourself in as best you can there. And then inhaling to make your way up and take the hands behind you. So going towards a bit of a back bend here. Have the left foot on the floor and inhaling to lift and reach your hips up to the sky. And again, just this buoyancy, like balloons lifting. And then releasing down, bend both knees up and have the soles of the feet on the floor, and then windscreen wiper your knees side to side. And eventually we're continuing to work the right leg. You can twist and turn your head the opposite direction to the knees. But stop on the left side and then hook that left foot over. So again, just this idea of creating space. If you're able to, coming down onto this elbow, maybe some of you can come down onto your back, and just having this sense of creating length through the whole right side of the body now. And imagine all of those little smiley faces here, just your muscles so happy to stretch. Rather than being wound up and stressed out, just bring that smile into your body and see how it changes your day. So then from here, you can come up and we'll simply switch to the other side. So come into your Janushirasana shape, so raising the hips, bending the knee if you need to. Remember to fold from the hips rather than any rounding from the spine. So you've got all these emojis and they need space in the spine, and the smiley faces in through the back of the leg as well. So breath by breath, inhaling to create length and space so that you can hopefully find this inner smile. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling, and again, maybe that full glee is too much. Maybe it just needs to be toned down a little so it's believable for you. But this is based on the change your shape, change your state, and the moment that you shift your physiology, your body, then you have the power to make a different choice. You can choose to be happy, choose this joyfulness. So you can inhale and make your way up. Let's keep the right leg bent now and come into this reverse table type position. Inhaling, take care of the neck. If you need to just look forward, that's fine. And then exhaling to lower down. Touch the feet onto the floor. Again, we'll windscreen wiper side to side, maybe turning the head the other direction to the knees. And again, just this invitation to create space now through the left side of the body. So hook the right foot on top of the left knee, and then coming into this shape, or for some of you it might be lying down and creating length here. Again, just this invitation to lengthen rather than being wound up and in that contracted phase. Imagine extending and lengthening and creating a smile, like your muscles are actually smiling with enjoyment over the stretch. And then you can unravel, and we'll take Shavasana for a moment just to feel the difference through the body. So from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, spreading your awareness, washing it down the body, and coming back up. And as you do that, just noticing the space there. You can bring one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the heart, and again, just this opportunity to choose your reality, choosing to awaken joy. The emoji face works for me, but it's whatever works for you. You could imagine a dear friend who looks at you with smiling, loving eyes. You can imagine that it's that person smiling and loving you into your belly, into your heart. So there's a wonderful saying, joy and happiness are quite entwined. So this saying is more about happiness. that we don't smile because we're happy, but rather we're happy because we smile. So I'd invite you to just smile more in your life. Smile within your body, smile at yourself, smile at others. Wishing you a joy-filled, smiley day. Namaste.